Hi guys, good afternoon and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in today's video I will be discussing what I thought of the brand new episode now that the show is back with us after a brief hiatus, Clarice. You know, I've been so preoccupied this whole week, if you guys can believe this, with Godzilla vs. Kong. There's been quite a few movie and TV news items that I've been meaning to comment on and talk about, but I've just been so preoccupied by watching GVK over and over and over again because I loved it so much. You can watch my film review right here on this channel. It's one of my most recent videos. You should be able to find it right below this video, I believe. But I'm not here to talk about Godzilla vs. Kong. I'm here to talk about Clarice and the latest episode. And before I go on, of course, please be warned, as usual with most of my episode reviews, this is spoiler-filled. So if you're not caught up on Clarice by this episode or the last episode right before this one, you might not want to keep watching or listening, as I will be going into spoilers. That being said, you have been warned. This might have been one of their best and most emotionally charged episodes yet. You know, this show, I know I've said this before and I sound like a broken record because I'm repeating myself, but I do that all the time anyway. This show, I feel like, does such a good job exploring and really getting to the heart of trauma and PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, when it comes to characters like Clarice and Catherine. You know, the show, in my opinion, does a great job just showing us just how hard survivors of trauma, especially when it comes to, like, you know, survive enduring at the hands of a sexual predator like Buffalo Bill, or in any sexual predator in real life, a serial killer. Just how hard they have to struggle and after what they had to endure, and that it's no easy process. Like, life doesn't go back to normal for them just like that. Like, it takes years and years of healing. And sometimes they have good days and sometimes they have bad days, just like Catherine said. And I really liked, even though parts of it were kind of hard to watch because it was a bit uncomfortable, like as an outside party, like you felt like you were there at their dinner at the Martin home while they were having Clarice over for dinner. But it was such a good scene between the three of them, how they all, you know, they kind of called each other out on their crap. Not necessarily on their crap, but they did all address each other's respective problems. Like, Clarice and Catherine both pointed out to Senator Martin that her career just skyrocketed after the whole Buffalo Bill and her daughter being kidnapped thing, as did Clarice's. And then Catherine pointed out, well, you know, it hasn't been easy living with someone who just can't seem to move on with their life after such a traumatic ordeal after so long, which it was like it's been a year or two since the events of Silence of the Lambs. You know, and Senator Martin got her chance to say her piece as well. So, you know, like I said, this episode did such a great job showing and reminding the audience just how awful post-traumatic stress disorder is, and just living with trauma is for survivors of any kind of trauma, but especially, you know, at the hands of a serial killer. And it just got me thinking about all the true crime documentaries I've seen when they interview survivors and witnesses of serial killers. It's like they seem like they're holding it together and they're pretty well kept together during that initial interview, but off camera after the documentary, you wonder just how well they're adjusting or handling life afterwards. I mean, it's hard to say. So, you know, this episode really got me thinking that, you know, in both in real life and in movies, you know, even if someone is saved from a serial killer, it doesn't mean they necessarily get a happy ending. The rest of their life could be very, very difficult. And I think that was the point of this episode. I also liked how that little plot twist at the end there, where Clarice, by finally allowing herself to feel sad, angry, scared, horrified, going back to that original rescue of Catherine and the defeat of Buffalo Bill, by crying and finally breaking down, finally allowing herself to feel. Now, I don't think she won't be as stone-faced anymore, and she'll be able to move forward with clearer thinking. And by allowing herself to feel, she can begin to heal. And I hopefully that will apply to Catherine as well. And it allowed her to get clarity by literally seeing the face of the man who hit her with the phone. And of course, it turned out to be that scum-sucking lawyer who Krendler just hired to handle his divorce. So that was a pretty great twist. But it also shows you just how elaborate and widespread this big pharma conspiracy is. Also pretty sad to learn about Cal Penn's character's tragic backstory, losing his wife to cancer and whatnot, and how strongly he feels about this. Very sad. Good stuff. Powerful acting from everybody in this episode. But like I said, it was pretty emotionally charged, but also this might have been one of their best episodes yet too. So really, really liked it. And I'm happy the show is back, and I'm looking forward to what the rest of the season has in store for us. What did you guys think of it though? I want to hear your thoughts and your opinions down below in the comments section. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned and subscribe to this channel for the next couple of days. There's going to be a couple more videos I'm going to be posting. So stay tuned and on the lookout for those. Have an awesome rest of your weekend, and if I don't see you, and of course until next time, may the force be with you.